Hello, welcome to Crafting with Lee. Today I'm going to make a large burlap wreath with 8 different ribbons. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I'm using an 18-inch wreath form, and I'm doing the ties a little different than I normally do because I'm using burlap and it's only 5.5 inches across. I want my ties to be closer together than usual. So when I'm laying down the pipe cleaner, I'm just coming in about maybe 1/4 of an inch, just squeezing them together a little bit closer. I think I end up with 24 pipe cleaners in all. And I try to do odd numbers. I think I had 11 on the inside and 13 on the outside. Alright, to start, I'm going to attach the burlap to the wire frame. This burlap has no wire in it at all. It's just regular, I think it's called burlap ribbon, and it's 5.5 inches across. It's super simple to work with, and I have never done a burlap wreath like this before, like using the poof method. I'm going to start by going around and opening all of the pipe cleaners, and make sure you do them tightly when you first put them on, because that one was loose, so I had to tighten it. So I'm playing around with how big I want my poofs to be. I tried 12 inches and I felt like that was too large, so I ended up doing 10-inch poofs. And I'm only twisting once because I'm going to add a lot of ribbon to this wreath. Like I said before, this was the first time I had ever done a poof burlap wreath. I really liked how it turned out. It's a lot flatter than deco mesh, and I end up doing 3 rows. Here I am finishing up the center, and I do it the same way as the outside. And I decided, since I had so much burlap left, that I was going to go through the center, and it had lots of holes in it. I'm sure the ribbon would have covered it up, but I really didn't want any holes. So I pushed the burlap around to the back and connected it with a zip tie. And then I was thinking about pushing it through the center. Then I decided I'm going to add it alternating inside and outside sections, I guess. And I don't pull it through as far as the existing poofs. I just kind of want it under there. It fills in the hole. It looks nice. And I did not do it in any rhyme or reason. I just alternated left to right wherever I saw a hole. See, you can plainly see that there's a hole right there. So when you pull that through, it fills that in. Right, so I ran out of burlap, and if you do run out, you can just take the 2 ends. I pushed that through to make another poof. I take the 2 ends, and I'm going to attach them to the wire frame and to each other at the same time using a zip tie. And then I just trim the ends off and keep making my poofs. And this is called the pull through method, when you pull the burlap through. I'm going to do a video soon on how to do that, where you do the whole wreath with the pull through method. Okay, these are the 8 ribbons I'm going to use. I ended up needing 9 of each kind of ribbon, and I'm cutting them at 12 inches. So I'm just going to use my ruler and just wrap them around. Alright, and after you trim it off, you just slide your scissors into the top, cut across, cut the bottom, and you have perfect ribbons. So I did that with all of them, and now I'm going to dovetail all of them. I just fold it in half, fold those 2 tips in half, and then cut away from myself. And I do this with all of them. It is time consuming, but it gives it a finished edge, and I really like the way it looks. Okay, I went through and stacked the ribbons in the order that I liked them. And I'm alternating a stack with 1 2.5 inch ribbon, and then 2 1.5 inch ribbons. And then the next stack is 2 2.5 inch ribbons, 1 1.5 inch ribbon. Right, and I'm putting them on top of the pipe cleaners this time instead of opening the pipe cleaners. And this just pushes the ribbon up so it stands out more. And then I'm just rolling down my pipe cleaners with a glue stick. The fun thing about this wreath is you can use your leftover ribbons. And if you use burlap pretty much goes with anything. When I'm adding my ribbons, I like to do the inside ribbons first, and then the outside ones, because I found when I was doing the outside first and then moving to the inside, I was messing up my ribbons. This just makes my job a little bit easier at the end. And because I used so much ribbon in this wreath at the end, once I added the sign, I took a lot of time making the ribbons look nice. Putting them around the sign, making sure you can see all of them. The ones that are on the center, I made them go more towards the center, and the ones that are on the outside, I made them go more towards the outside, so it covered well. And I would stand back, and if I saw any holes, I would move that around. Now I'm going to add my sign. I'm lucky that it has this really nice cloth hanger. I'm just going to feed it to the back and position the sign where I like it. And then I pull tightly. Don't pull too tight because it'll push into your burlap and it won't look good. And then for this particular sign, I'm just wrapping it around the wire frame, and I'm going to secure it with a zip tie so it doesn't go anywhere. And you can see all this ribbon that's stuck behind the sign. I make sure I go through and pull that out and make it look really nice. And then once you hang these up, once you position the ribbon where you want it, you're probably not going to touch it again, so it'll pretty much stay the same. Alright, that's it. That's how I make a burlap wreath with lots of ribbon. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thanks for watching, and if you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe.